Did we really need a third version of the Spider-Man story? Well, as much as I was looking forward to seeing Tom Holland's first solo movie as the teenage crime-fighting superhero, Spider-Man Homecoming simply lacks bite. 21-year-old Holland plays Peter Parker as a 15-year-old high school sophomore. He's got a crush on a senior girl, but is too shy to tell her that he's the amazing Spider-Man, who fought with Iron Man against Captain America in last year's Captain America Civil War, and who at the start of this film is seen taking down low-level bad guys in his hometown of Queens, New York. Peter desperately wants to drop out of school and become a full-time Avenger. Tony Stark, who was Peter's mentor in Civil War, thinks he's still too young, insisting he remain a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Homecoming is basically about Peter trying to prove to himself and to Stark that he's ready for the big leagues. But don't expect to see a lot of Iron Man. You can count the number of scenes Robert Downey Jr. has on one hand, and none of them are with Peter's Aunt May, played by Marissa Tomei. The two of them hit it off in Civil War, and the Marvel fan universe embraced their chemistry. Marvel movie makers usually give their fans exactly what they're hoping for, but they didn't this time. Jon Favreau, who returns as chauffeur Happy Hogan, actually gets more screen time than Downey Jr. The villain this time is the evil Vulture. Michael Keaton brings his usual Michael Keaton spunk to the role. He's definitely the most interesting character in Homecoming, though he too doesn't get a lot of screen time. No, this Spidey Saga is clearly dominated by Spidey himself, and most often in costume. Unlike in the previous Andrew Garfield series where Peter spent a lot of time interacting as himself, Holland is almost always in some version of the suit. That sense of awe and wonder of the past films when Peter would transform into Spider-Man is lost here. Director John Watts incorporates a lot of the cutesy humor that's become customary to the Marvel Cinematic Universe films, but the majority of it doesn't work this time. The comedy feels forced, from bank robbers wearing Avengers masks to one of the actual Avengers in a series of cameos. And when it comes to scenes at school or with Peter's friends, most are not close to believable. Holland is a likable actor, but his Peter comes off as too innocent and unrealistically naive. Forcing him to play 15 was a mistake. There's way too much of Peter talking to himself and the voice in his suit. For a Marvel action movie, the visuals are up to par, but not extraordinary by any means. Scenes at the Washington Monument and on the Staten Island Ferry are well done, but the climactic nighttime aerial showdown is disappointing. All in all, this is an extremely straightforward Spider-Man with only one impressive twist about an hour and a half in. And sadly, that's about all I'll remember from Spidey number 6. On the official LCJ report card, Spider-Man Homecoming gets a C. I'm Lights Camera Jackson. Go to lights-camera-jackson.com to check out all of my movie reviews and follow me on Twitter at LCJ Reviews.